Hey everyone, we're back. It's the Orange Bloods Texas football channel here on YouTube, and it's the Jake Majors show. We just haven't given it a cool play on words yet with either of his names because there's stuff we could do with Jake, stuff we could do with Majors. But we're here to talk Texas football practice, specifically kind of just what's going on with Jake at this point in two-a-days, although it's not really two-a-days anymore. It's just, I guess, off-season workouts, August workouts. Jake, let's just talk about the scrimmage today. It's not a huge event, but it's something that you guys point towards as one of the bigger practices, I think, during the course of August. Your general thoughts on what transpired today?
I think it was good overall. We took a step in the right direction physically. Second day in full pads. We were able to, chip some paint with each other, get aggressive. And one of the key things that Coach Sark was saying was it's the players' day. Like, don't be robots. This isn't us. Go have fun and enjoy it because, this is a fun time to enjoy with our teammates. But overall, it was a really good day.
When you go into a day like today, what makes for a good practice? So if before it ever begins, what will you go home feeling like that was exactly what we wanted to do?
I think just pure execution and having a rhythm as an offense. I'm talking the offensive side as of right now, but
Yeah.
just finishing blocks, getting to the right men for the O-line perspective, just blocking things right, and also for the wide receivers and of course tight ends and running backs and QBs, just executing the plays as they're called, and just having a feel for the offense and just knowing that once it comes to the games that we'll be able to flow and everything will feel right. So I think today, we were there. There was some hiccups, but I mean, that's why issues happen now. It's a scrimmage, but around game time we'll be good to go.
I think one of the things that Texas fans are learning about this team, because I see it every day. I mean, we talked about a true freshman in Murphy the other day as a guy that already was kind of making plays. I think the strength of this team and the defense this year really seems like you guys deal with them on a daily basis. So as someone that I remember in our last conversation, you kind of was like, hey, when the full pads come on, it's me and Keiondre Coburn time. So you get the big guy in every rep. As an offensive lineman going against that group, what's that been like? Like, tell us how good they are. Like, what is unique about them that you guys get to see every day in practice?
I think what's unique about them is they each have their own play style. And I mean, as you watch them play, you can see that. But also for the O-line, it's been a great benefit because, we go against, I don't know. I mean, my take is arguably one of the best D linemen that, I've seen. And it's good to go against them every practice because that just makes us better. And, we talk to the D line every day, like, hey, what did I do on this play that gave this play away? Hey, what could I do better? Was I leaning too much on my pass set? Stuff like that. So I feel like having this group of, guys for the D line, it's been very beneficial, not only as a team, but just for each individual groups like the O line.
What's it like going against Keiondre Coburn? I mean, he may be, he was the guy that went to represent you guys as he and Bijan at Big 12 Media Days. He's a surefire NFL prospect. I mean, there's a story that you can tell right now, I think, day in and day out in terms of daily challenges that's really unique to probably almost anybody in the country. So when I say, what's it like going against Keiondre Coburn, that's, it's not exactly like a casual thing. Like, that's a real thing. I'm fascinated by the preparation that you put in to each of those reps when you're playing against somebody that good.
Yeah. With Keiondre, it's kind of like an unspoken close relationship that we have. I mean, every day I ask him like, hey, what did I do here that I could improve on? He tells me, and he'll ask me like stuff like that. But going against him just kind of elevates my game. And I have to say he's probably one of the best run stoppers one of the best pass rushers when it comes to interior D linemen. So going against him every day has definitely allowed me to, um, benefit from those reps because it's just continuous, and each and every day, it's like Keiondre, like, we gotta bring the A game today because he is all the time. So
Is there a thing about him specifically that you think has made your game better? So that something he does so well that it's made you better at being good against that thing that will really translate to when you're in games against other players.
yeah, he's a big squatty body, so he has a lot of power behind him, and being only a second year, I needed to learn, hey, how do I use all my power to be able to stop guys like that? So going against that every day, I've been able to adjust my game, be able to prioritize, like, hey, if he's bringing a power move here, I need to, power hop and be ready for that. So, just going against him every day has kind of broadened my game. Be like, hey, expect this during this play, expect this during that play. So yeah, for sure.
You look good. You sound good. It sounds like, and if I was to say, hey, you doing all right, it sounds like through a week of camp, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, fall camps is always, it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna suck sometimes, but being there with those guys and taking free time when I can to recoup and re-energize and kind of uh, have some time with the Lord, just pray a little bit, do some devotional. That's kind of what's keeping me sane because fall camp it can get to people, but I feel like the routine I've had, it's been very beneficial this fall camp.
Who I wanted to ask, have you hit the grind yet? And if you have, like, was there a moment so far in camp when you're like, okay, grind's here?
I'd say the first full padded practice was probably the first, like, all right, we're in this. Let's let's anchor down and let's do our thing here. But I mean, not many people get to do what I do, and it's a blessing. So I try not to complain, but it's really easy to complain with everything that's going on. But I've been trying to do my best not to complain because not many people get to do what I did do. So
is there anything that helps you get, I don't know how much free time you actually have. Is there something in this exact moment that helps you get through the grind a little bit?
I think what gets me through is my O-line buddies.
Yeah.
They're very funny outside of football. We always crack jokes. We keep each other, make fun of each other. We mess around with each other. It's just, those are the moments that like keep me cool and sane. Cause I'm like, football's serious and stuff, but dang, like we get to just chill, relax and have fun with each other. So yeah.
Okay. So like now all I want to do is ask about this funny group of offensive linemen. So who's the funniest offensive lineman?
Yeah. You can't put me on the spot like that.
Oh, come on now. Someone's got to be clearly the funniest guy.
I'd probably say Denzel Okafor is probably
really
arguably who I think is the most, like, the funniest guy out of the group.
Dare I even ask, or is that one of those confidentiality inside the locker room things only?
It's just like, I don't know. I think as an O-line, we've kind of created like our own funny moments that we can always refer to. And I just think that Denzel is always the funniest to mess with and joke around with. So yeah.
That's awesome to know. Real quick, back to like the football stuff a little bit, and then I'll get you out of here because I know it's Saturday night, and it might be just like time to eat or something. The scrimmage. Walk me through. You guys finished the first scrimmage.
Yeah.
What's the next? How do you view the next couple of weeks? Is there something? How do you view the very next week? And then is there a mind shift that takes place? Like, I'm just kind of curious through your perspective coming out of the scrimmage today. What are the mini goals or things that in your mind you want to see accomplished throughout the rest of the month?
I would say consistency within the offense. Um, Sark has a very unique offense, and once things get going, we've seen that they will click. So this next week, I hope that as an offense, we're able to get in a rhythm and have a sense of consistency when it comes to practice, and hopefully, once the coach start bringing it up, we start on Lafayette. But right now, we just do what we do, stay consistent, and just give it our best because that's all coach could ask for.
Is there a moment when you genuinely start thinking about the first game, or are you still able to keep things practice focused and rep to rep focus, or does there get to be a point when you start really thinking about, okay, the first game's about to be here?
I think the coaches have done a really good job of making us, live in the moment, not look ahead, because time will come, that moment will come. But I think that we're really focused on each and every individual practice at the moment. And I can't lie. I've thought about the first game because I'm so excited for it. But I think that right now just focus on each practice, and then once this next week ends, then we'll start cranking it up.
Last question, kind of an odd question, but is there anything that I haven't asked you that you wish I'd asked you? Like, is there any topic that you want to talk about and I just haven't been able to connect the dots yet? I don't want to leave your best stuff on the cutting room floor.
I'm an offensive lineman. You haven't asked me much about food, so
that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's why I asked the question. So post-scrimmage meal, does that matter? Do you have a specialty? Like, tell me what we're talking about.
we had a family barbecue today after the scrimmage.
Oh,
but for dinner, I'm thinking some via 313 from downtown. So,
are you a foodie? Or are you like, do you feel like you know your Austin restaurant game well?
I think I'm getting there. I know my favorite pizza place. I know my favorite Tex-Mex place. I think I'm getting there. There's a lot though, so got a lot of trial and errors to come. But
eventually, we'll like sponsor you getting something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, we'll tour the restaurants around. That can just be our thing. We'll just set up a food review for you.
Oh, that'd be like, I love that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, like
we are excited.
Before this thing is over, we will let you focus on the season for now.
Okay.
But when there gets to be a point where like you legitimately have time to go scope out, we will get that bad boy sponsored. We'll have a good old time with that. Sounds like a fun idea.
Totally for it. Let's do it.
So remind me again, the meal tonight is what?
Via 313 pizza, Detroit style.
And the order is what?
Meat lovers.
And you will share that with someone, or that thing is yours?
Me, myself, and I.
Wow. Is there a player, if Denzel rolled up and there were 2 slices left?
I'd share.
You would share. Okay.
Because I love him. That's my boy.
I feel like you just told us a lot about the camaraderie amongst you guys, because
we have good fellowship and camaraderie. I love it. That's what I love about the program.
Well, look, man, go get yourself some pizza. I hope the next time we do one of these, I anticipate that we will be launching a sponsorship on the Jake Majors Untitled show, but we will get that thing figured out because it's about to have a sponsor. So Jake, thanks for hitting us up after the scrimmage. I mean, you could have kicked this thing down the road and been like, hit me up tomorrow, but you've been real good about it. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, like do his own playlist. And we'll do this in a few days when you've had a chance to, I don't know, post-scrimmage, just get it back going again. I don't know, whatever. We will talk again soon. Jake, appreciate it, my man.
That was good. Appreciate you.
Take care.